Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Hangout with Busayo.
Nothing happens by accident. There are things our eyes cannot see.
A complete one. Every challenge you have to re-strategize. Look at what you can do to beat the odds, to come up higher.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Hangout with Busayo. Today on the show, we have someone spectacular right here in the studio. I'm super excited to be introducing her to you today. Yes, I know people have said it too much. I like bringing men. You say, now man, they bring come. But today we have a lady doing well. She don't like calling herself a shoemaker, but she calls herself a shoe baker. She's also a gospel music minister. I have tasted her food on my birthday. She was the one that I ordered. Yeah. She can cook so well. I know some people are now like, hey, so you're not eating out. What? Well, it was my birthday. And I have to testify to the goodness of the Lord. So, okay, yes, she'll be with us in the studio to tell us one or two things, and she'll be singing. Hi. Just don't touch that dial. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. We'll be right back. But before then, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome back. This is still Hangout with Busayo, and I said earlier that we have someone. I'm very amazed at what she does. I mean, if you look at her WhatsApp status, from shoes you enter food, from shoe food, then you now enter music. If you listen to her voice, I said she'll be singing today, and she will sing. I've told her this thing right from time that she's going to sing. Her name is Riah, but her name is Gloria. Come on, see rhymes. How far? No. I think I'm laughing very well. Okay. So, take it easy, Credo. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Sorry, because they do calm and collected like this.
I'm calm and collected.
No, like that, we know ourselves.
Okay. I'm good.
So, what's up, Riah? It has been a while coming. Let's start with music.
Okay.
So, how did you start music? No, I said earlier, I said you could. Now, if there's something that you used to do that I don't know about, just say, chip it in. I want to list them all.
Okay.
Number one, you're a shoe baker. Number two, you used to do, what they used to call it, food. That's that my birthday, this thing I told you about in the beginning. Now, bio, it's not free. Catering. You're a gospel music minister.
Yeah. Okay, you forgot something. Maybe you didn't ask me why I call myself shoe baker. Because I bake.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a shoemaker, I'm a baker. So instead of saying shoemaker, then baker, so it's shoe baker. So like a shoemaker who is a baker, actually. So that's why I'm a merchant. I import things from China, Turkey, US, and I draw too. Maybe you don't know about that one. I'm an artist. I draw. And I'm a thespian. I'm a theater artist. That's what I studied.
Oh.
Yeah. And like cinematography, actually, though I'm not practicing it because I still need some fine-tunings, but that's what I do.
Oh, no wonder. You see, this is the rig bobo shit that we have. 5 in 1. Only one woman. So, what is your excuse now? What are the excuses you are making for yourself there, watching me, and you're like, I don't know what to do. This one, she makes shoe. And I think some of her shoes, her work will be displayed. It's not I think, it will be displayed now. You look at it and you watch it. And you see the things that she's making. And she's making good stuff. So let's start from music. We have a lot to discuss. But let's make it very short and, So let's start from music. How did you start your music career? You can sing. Sometimes I used to wonder. The way you're talking now is not how your voice used to sound. Those people now, they are the main ogbojus of the people in the town. I know, in case you're watching from the UK, I said ogbojus. If you don't understand them, you know I go take them. So now, like, the way she sounds is not the way she sings. If she starts singing here now, some people, but she's taking to like this. Do like, okay. So there are some people where they look and say, this lady beautiful. She's married. So how did you start music?
Okay, music has been my thing. Like, when I say my thing, from childhood. Children choir, teenage choir, adult choir, youth choir. So I've been singing from the age of 5. So like music has been my thing. But professionally, I started singing 2014. That was after a competition my church hosted. So I came third, that second runner-up. And I was like, okay, there's something I can actually do aside just singing in choir. I can write songs, so why not write something and produce it? But before I produced my first single, I was a backup artist, like a background vocalist for a studio. So they call me, I go there, back up, they pay me. So one of these days, I was like, I don't want your payment. So instead of paying me, just record my song for me. So like, that's like you're paying me. That was how I recorded my first single, and it actually went viral. Like radio stations were playing it. I was like, oh wow, okay. I think music is something I will keep doing. Even though school and all, I had to give it a pause then, but I continued. So music has actually been my thing.
So you have how many songs now to your credit?
Five singles.
Songs. 5 singles. And you sing one.
Okay, I will sing the recent one.
Okay, but don't sing it now because some people have like sing. Okay, now let's move from that. We know you are a good one at that. I've listened to your songs and I know how beautiful they are and how spirit-filled they are. And one of the things that amazes me is that you do all these things and you are married.
Yeah.
I mean, you do all these things you mentioned now, like you do all these things and you're married. And someone is out there saying, I'm married, I can't do, I'm restricted to something, I'm restricted to this. It's a challenge to me. So how did you discover this shoe? How did you start making shoe? What moved you to start? Now, let's not go to bakery. Let's start from this shoe because it's very rare. Okay, we have ladies that make shoes, yes, but it's very rare in this side of the world. I mean, in the north, that you see people, a lady making shoe. What transpired or what inspired you?
Okay, first, I'm an introvert, so I don't actually like going out like that. So, but when I'm with myself, I like being creative.
Yes, I thank you. Hey, go and check out YouTube. She has a comedy this thing. I see someone, how will I introvert with it? She was saying, all these my emotic things. She was one, she's the lead cause of the emotic. But there was one bulldozer contest that came out, and you did it, and your video went so far. I was like, I know how. So how like it's amazing the kind of person you are. How did you? Let's start from shoe. But that comedy, I should.
Yeah.
Should do that comedy.
Okay, so I always like being on my own and doing something. So how the shoe started was, when my elder brother was getting married, that was in 2015. So one of my brothers was like, he needs a palm that he will wear for the wedding, but he has a palm, he has not one, but he wants to use the material we're sewing to make that. I was like, I'll bring it, I can do it. I was like, if you spoil my shoe, you will buy new one. I was like, you don't trust me, bring it. I scattered everything. He was just looking at me, I was like, okay, let me see what you will do. And the palm slippers came out well. Since then, I can use cotton to make shoe. I can use bed sheet, I can use wrapper, anything that, to the extent my mom will be like, if I'm looking for my wrapper, I know who I will hold. I know who I hold. So like, I was like, I started having, like I did my first palm slippers without any knowledge of shoemaking. Like I was like, okay, if I can scatter this shoe and see what they did, I can actually do it. Then along the line, I met some friends, ladies that they do shoes too. So I was like, okay, can you teach me this thing? They're like, are you sure you can do it? You that you don't like coming out. When we say come out, you say, I said, no, don't worry. For this one, I asked you if you can teach me, I will come out. So that was how I started learning. And some of them, they even get inspiration from because I take something small and make it look big because it's too simple. So what can I do to make it extraordinary? So that's me. So I started making shoes, and I know some people will be like, are you sure you can do this? I was like, okay, trust me. If it doesn't turn out well, I will refund you your money. So just give me that first shot. Let me try. Then I started making shoes, and here I am.
Yes, she is in the studio with me. Oh. Okay, guys, let's go on this short break. We still have Riah with us in the studio. And guess what? We're going to just watch a short clip of Riah in the studio. I mean, Riah in the workshop, working and doing one or two things. Then after that, we'll be right back here on the program. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Welcome back. It's still Hangout with Busayo, and we have Riah with us in the studio. I know there's something we jumped. Your name is not Riah.
Yeah.
Your name is something before the Riah.
My name is Gloria.
Oh, Mama Glow. Wait, is it that you don't want people to be calling you Glow? That you chose Riah?
No. Actually, people were not even calling me Gloria when I was growing up. It was Druzy. My name is Drusilla.
Okay.
So they know me as Druzy. Some of my friends, secondary school friends, they still call me Druzy. But university and now is Riah. Some people don't even know my name is Gloria. They think Riah. Riah is a name on its own.
Yes.
So they think that, okay, my name is Riah. Riah has a meaning. So my name is Gloria.
We've spoken about your music. We've spoken about shoes. We still have we still have the comedienne. You know, they say, wait, this is spelled female. Oh no, I'm trying to call the name. Okay, we have that challenge. Let's pick that challenge. How did you just wake up and just enter TikTok and did your bulldozer this thing? And you did it well. Do you edit your video yourself?
Yeah, I do.
You do all those your stuff on?
Yeah, with my phone.
So you just sit in. I'm not scared of introverts. I think I will have to. I'm not officially on the Hangout with Busayo show. I want to tell you that I'm now an introvert. Maybe the next time you see me now, you see me on bulldozer. Okay, baking and other things you do. How do you fuse all these things when you're married?
It's actually not easy. But it's what I love doing. I love doing those stuff. That's why, like, if I want to teach somebody any handwork, I will tell you, do you love making shoes, or you just want to make shoes for the money, or because people are doing it? Because if you don't love something, the first 2 months, 3 months, you'll be enjoying it, but along the line, you get tired because the stress is there. It's there on its own. I can sit down for up to 8 hours, not standing up, making shoes. So you can picture how it is. I'm not standing up. Sometimes I'll forget that I've not eaten for the whole day because I want to finish this. I still have to go to the market. Still have to go back home to cook. I still have to tidy up the house and do my other business. Still have to go to rehearsals in church.
And you still have to attend to orders from Riri's kitchen.
Exactly. So, but the thing is understanding your time. Time management is key, and prioritize your schedules. Okay,
so what would you advise female or women or ladies or girls out there that wants to be an entrepreneur, but they are still trying to decide, should I do this one, should I do that one? You know, most times now everybody wants to either sell wig, everybody wants to either say anointing, what they call this, oil spray, oil perfume. That's the business. Almost every lady now is saying makeup artist, and very few wants to become a shoemaker some, okay, we know some are into catering,
Yeah.
but that shoemaker side is very, very. So, what would you advise people that are aspiring to be entrepreneurs?
First, understand what you want. Know what you want. Know what you love doing. Don't just jump into doing something that you waste your money or your resources funding. Because if you don't like making shoes, don't go there. If you are the person that can sell things, like me now, there's nothing I cannot sell. Like my friends will be like yesterday I posted my puppies that I'm selling. My friend was like, when you start selling air that we breathe, let me know. Because I can sell anything. So if I'm not doing shoe, you will see me selling. And there's no how I will not sell. So if you know that's your strength, go there, channel all your energy and do it. But if you want to make shoes and you're passionate about shoemaking, about fashion, then I think you can thrive in shoemaking business. But if you are not passionate about it, don't go there. Because the stress will make you, you will get frustrated by the time you see others and you're like, where will I start from? Only you are cutting, you're drawing patterns, you're filing, you're sewing. You will just faint and go home and sleep.
Oh yeah, aspiring entrepreneurs, them you have heard from Riah. So Riah, final question before you do us the honor. Don't worry, I'll be your backup artist. But in case if I'm going to sing off, don't do me like this. Don't allow the camera to see your hand. Just do me like this. When you get to,
I'll say off your mic, off your
just say
mic.
off your mic. Don't say honorable. Off your mic. Off your like okay. I will off it. Okay. So Riah, finally, what was your biggest challenge and how did you overcome such challenge in the entrepreneurship journey that you've been on? Now we've listed different things that you do, and these things brings money, whether we like it or not. What has been your greatest challenge, and how did you overcome it? Or is it something that you are still working on, or do you've overcome it? Finish, final, ZV.
Okay, my biggest challenge. Let me use the shoemaking. Getting machineries, getting tools. Because I started as a student, and not like I'm from one very wealthy family. My family is okay, but I saw I cater for myself in school with my handwork. So like getting support wasn't actually easy. So I had to hustle it out and see what I know how I even had misunderstanding with some friends that I was using their machines, and I'll go to their shop. One day I just broke down. I was like, God, this is not, if you want me to do this thing, I love doing this thing, so you have to come through. That was how I was able to get my filing machine, my sewing machine, and we are still in the process of, I'm actually building my own shoe factory. I don't want to pay rent anymore, so I'm building. So that's actually a challenge on its own, because it's not like you have one place that you kept money, you just fetch and start.
Exactly.
So it's still a challenge, but I know that because I know my vision, I know that's my dream of owning the biggest shoe factory, then I can sacrifice anything to get it done. So I don't actually see it as a challenge, I see it as a phase that I have to go through. Then for the other ones, I would say my biggest challenge when I started the importation was platform or customer base, because I was not really a social media person. Like only WhatsApp before you see me on Instagram on this board. So I had to teach myself that if you want to grow, it's not just your circle of friends, you have to launch out. So that was actually a challenge, because building a new brand is not easy. So you have to keep pushing. You will see the discouragement, but don't give up. Just keep pushing, and I'm still pushing, and I know that I'll get there.
Okay, we know that very soon we'll be seeing the factory. When they are doing opening ceremony, I'll just be there and say, guys, say I'm yard. We even have one session of Hangout Busayo inside there. So I'm just going to survey the marvelous works. Okay, Riah, it is time for me to off my mic and for you to take the mic. Yeah, sing for us.
Okay.
Wait, let me crack my voice.
But you're not doing singing.
I go do backup now.
Okay. Okay, the song I'm singing is Urine, my latest single, and I'll just sing the pre-chorus and chorus. Okay. You are the first and the last, the Alpha and Omega. You're the great I am, who was and is to come. You are the first and the last, the Alpha and Omega. You're the great I am, who was and is to come. Almighty God, you reign on high. Almighty God, you reign on high. I'm waiting for your backup.
I want to rap. I want to rap. Please, let me rap. Please, I can rap. Please, let me rap. I'm rapping now.
You are the first and the last, Alpha and Omega. You're the great I am, who was and is to come. You are the first and the last. You're the Alpha and Omega. God, the great I am.
Yeah.
Was and is to come.
This is the rap
Almighty
version.
God, you reign on high. Busayo, you're just a funny man. I've been waiting for the rap. I just said, this is a rap version.
My rap is by movement.
By movement.
If I see my hand like this, I'm rapping. I'm giving you bars, giving you punchlines. Thank you very much, Riah, for joining us on the program today. Hangout Busayo makes a return next week, but we're going to enjoy Urine by Riah. After this time where I did like this now, we'll take the song. I'll be right back after I listen to this song with Riah.
100% vibe. TK on the beat.
All the earth is shot with heaven, for you've always held the glory. Here and now and then forevermore you reign. All creation bow in reverence, for you've always held the glory. Here and now and then forevermore you reign. You are the first and the last, the Alpha and Omega. You're the great I am, who was and is to come. You are the first and the last, Alpha and Omega. You're the great I am, who was and is to come. Almighty God, you reign. You reign. Almighty God, you reign. You reign. Almighty God, you reign. Almighty God, you reign.
Yes, that was Urine by Riah. Join me next week on another exciting episode of Hangout with Busayo. Don't forget to subscribe, like, drop your comment, and share this video. Thank you. Kaboosh. Bye.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Hangout with Busayo.
Nothing happens by accident. There are things our eyes cannot see.
A complete one. Every challenge you have to re-strategize. Look at what you can do to beat the odds, to come up higher.